What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, we're going to talk about what's on the screen right here. We're going to talk about Cardano, right? This is a question I get a lot, and I wanted to break down a lot of things. I wanted to talk about this article. I wanted to break down staking on Coinbase. I also wanted to get into some of the detail and the potential behind it. Now, we're not going to get into the use case behind it because there's a lot of videos on that, on going over Cardano. So we're going to get into this detail. Before we get started, guys, hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button, and make sure you check out some of the links in the description. It does help out the channel a ton. Now, we're looking at this, right? Is there any hope left for Cardano? Right? You've seen on September 12th, the implementation of smart contracts. As you see here, September 12th, you had the smart contracts and, the implementation of that, right? Now, this was thought as it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. And that's what I did say in the past, is that it could have been that. A lot of people treated it as that. But then again, it wasn't just that ended up seeing that decrease after the fact. It was more or less just the crypto market ended up decreasing. Plus, you have the buy the rumor, maybe sell the news type of event there. Now, it didn't decrease all the way down to previous lows, but it did decrease quite a bit from getting from that $3 level down to $2. So going from, $100 or $100 billion market cap down to a $60 billion market cap or even less, right? And now we're seeing it up in this level of around $2.20 or so, and hovering in between some areas, right? We're not really seeing, too much of a decrease from here. Now, this is the thing though. This article came out October 7th. So yesterday, talking about, is there hope for Cardano? And really, I think there is. Not only looking at just the use case or, usability behind it, looking at the potential and looking at something that really changes the game. This is something that implements proof of stake. This is something that implements the smart contracts, right? It could be something completely different. And it's not saying that this is going to be something absolutely huge or humongous, like it's going to be the next Bitcoin, which it could possibly be. You never really know. Nothing is 100% predictable when it comes to crypto. So that's what I like to look at here. I mean, it fell quite a bit in the last month or so, right? That's where it did fall. Now we're going to get into some of the detail in a little bit, but we're also going to go into this article right here, talking about Cardano, staking that on Coinbase. This is a big piece, is because when this does happen, I think this will be a big, big jump to where a lot of people end up buying this, hold it, stake it on Coinbase rather than staking it on some of these other platforms, which you can stake it elsewhere. You just can't stake it on Coinbase. And that's what people are kind of waiting for. I hold 600 plus Cardano, and I want to continue to buy it, but I also want to be able to stake it. That's what I'm in it for. It's not for just the growth to $5 or $10, because this is what this video is about. Can it get to $5 or $10? However, I want to buy in at its low so that I have that consistent growth and I have that automatic growth. No matter what, it's going to be above my cost basis. And then I also want to hold on to this position to gain interest from it, because that's what I love to do, is gain interest from something that I am holding, especially 4 to 5%, hopefully 4 to 9%. You never really know. As you see here, you can stake it. Binance offers 5 to 9% annual return on ADA staking. And if we can find that, then that would be absolutely amazing. Right now, you can stake Algo, you can stake Tezos, you can stake Cardano, or sorry, not Cardano, Cosmos, and you can basically get, 5, 4, between 4 to 5% on those positions. And that's what I love, is to be able to gain those. So once that implementation happens, I'm telling you, it's going to be something bigger than we would ever see. So you have that news of, smart contracts that was coming out, well before, which is the setup for a buy the rumor, sell the news. If you have this information well in advance, that's a buy the rumor, sell the news, because the rumor is that it's going to happen. If you have a rumor, then people buy that up, and then when it gets to the news, they end up selling off to, capitalize on the gains, and then probably buying a little bit lower to add to their position. So ultimately, it looked bad when we got to that point, but I actually see it as a necessary point. You know, it wasn't ready to end up taking off yet. It was ready to show its capabilities. It was ready to show its potential, but it wasn't ready to fully take off yet. So now, with all that being said, with all that we just looked at, let's look at Cardano's price information, and also we'll break down my Excel file to where I go through the potential. So Cardano currently at $2.26. The market cap is around 73 billion. Now it was up in that 90 plus $100 billion market cap, which is definitely a milestone to get to. Most cryptos, you see only Bitcoin and Ethereum that's over 100 billion. You did see XRP that was up there at one time. You did see Dogecoin that was up there at one time. There was a few, right? A few crypto coins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum that were over 100 billion. And that's what we want to see, is what's that next coin to end up making that move to be that third in line stable coin, something that's absolutely stable, that we'll be able to hold on to for a long time, and people are holding on to because they want to stake the position. And this is one of them. I think this is one of them, you know, introducing that proof of stake and changing the game for really Ethereum, and having that implementation there so that people can stake Ethereum 2.0. So this is something that obviously will change it. You can see here that the circulating supply is around 32 billion. And you see the max supply, I believe, is 45 billion. This is only 71% of the circulating supply, or the total supply. And you can see the typical hold time is 66 days. The popularity is still third on the list. Now, what I like to do here is I build things in Excel. I build a lot of things in Excel for some sort of an analysis to give me an understanding of where it can get to. And this is what I did build. The max supply here is 45 billion, right? 45 billion is kind of a steep circulating supply. If you compare it to Ethereum, you compare it to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 21 million. Ethereum's at like 115, 116 million. So being at that level of, in the billions, let alone being at 45 billion, is something that's kind of big, right? But you look at here and we can see where it is now at around 31. Let's bring this up to 32. Let's take this out, and hopefully I can do this really quick. At 32 billion. 32 billion, right? That's where we stand right now. And currently we are at $2.26. We can see that it's at $70+ billion market cap. Now, when we get to something of $5, this is giving us $160 billion market cap. Is that insane? No. Is it insane for something that's going to completely change the game, and had Ethereum end up adopting something that they do offer? No, I don't think that's something that I think that's something that can increase to that level. I have said in the past that I see this at 200+ billion. So sitting at 160 billion, that's still lower than where I do see this. I see it in that range of 200 to 300 billion. Sorry. And that's where I do see that happening, right? Between $5 and $10. If people think that this can't happen, you look at the market cap just based on potential, and it can get there. It already surpassed 100 billion. It can surpass 100 billion again. So that would be my potential. When I do talk about that, I always try and factor this into it. What is the full potential? Now, it still can be diluted. As you look at something like this, it still can be diluted. Let's see. I think that's million. Let's add one more. Yeah, so 45 billion, it still can be diluted, and basically saying that $5 would be that range to where it does hold between that 200 and 300 billion dollar mark when it comes to market cap. So really you have to understand this in order to understand the potential. And currently where that price is, it would be over $100 billion of a market cap if it had the max supply, or the total supply that was out there. So let me know your opinion on Cardano. I believe that it fully can get to $5. It has that capability. It has that that popularity. People are ready for the next coin to end up coming up and being a competitor to Ethereum Ethereum, at least, not really saying it can be a competitor to Bitcoin, but competitor to Ethereum when it comes to the market cap size. So let me know your opinion on this. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Let me know if you think that anything else can surpass that third spot, if you think that Solana can pass that third spot. And realistically, don't come out and say, oh, I think SafeMoon can pass that third spot. Like, I want to hear realistic coins that actually have some sort of a purpose. A lot of coins don't have a purpose at all, but Cardano is one of those ones that does. So make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next